Hello there. Are you wondering how online websites and mobile apps store, retrieve and show different data types and the volume of data? This is because of the creation of database, which is an organized collection of information where data is stored, managed, updated and retrieved. Databases have many elements and understanding how they interact with each other is complex. This is where ER diagrams are used. By the end of this video, you will be able to know what an ER diagram is and why it is important in businesses and in software development. Components of ER diagram will also be discussed with an example case study. Without further ado, let's get started. Tina is a system analyst and IT BA. She is working on a mobile application for online food delivery for the client Vegan Gardens. As a part of the design phase of the project, she is asked to create an ER diagram so that the developers and database administrators can understand the data requirements and create the required tables. Let's see how Tina creates it step by step in the upcoming slides. Stay tuned. Before we dive to create an ER diagram for our case study, let us spend a couple of minutes to understand what an ER diagram is and why it is needed. ER diagram stands for Entity Relationship Diagram. It is also known as ERD. It is a visual representation of how tables, also known as entities in a system, are related to each other. One advantage of using ER diagrams is that it makes it easier for business folks to understand the data because it is presented in a graphical manner. In business analysis, ERD is a vital part of designing software systems. ERDs are mainly used by analysts in designing database, especially when handling complex data. Another advantage is that it helps in communicating the landscape of business to different teams, which helps them understand the overall structure of the business. This organized information is useful for business management and formulation of strategies. Now, let's proceed to the components of the ER diagram. It has three key components. The first component is entity. Entity can be a person, place, event or an object that is relevant to a given system. One entity represents one table. It is indicated by a rectangular box in the ER diagram. The second component is attribute. An attribute is a property, trait or characteristic of an entity. Attributes are listed within the entity. Under the attributes are the keys which uniquely identifies the record of the entity. It includes primary key and a foreign key. Primary key is a value which uniquely identifies every row in a table, while foreign key is a value that matches a primary key inherited from some other table. Lastly, the third component is the relationship. Relationship describes how entities are linked to each other. In ER diagrams, relationships are represented by cardinality, which defines the possible number of occurrences in one entity which is associated with the number of occurrences in another. Now that we know the components, let's go back to our case study to further understand how these components are used in ERDs. First, Tina must define the first component, which is the list of entities. She has grouped the data into 4 entities. Each table is equivalent to one entity in a database. As mentioned earlier, the entities are represented by a rectangular shape with details of the data at the header. The entities she included are entity number 1, customer information to store the customer details. Entity 2, food catalog, which will store the list of food items available for home delivery. Entity number 3, order details, which will store the details of the order. And entity number 4, the delivery details, which will store the details of the home delivery. Now that Tina already created the entities, the second step is to fill the attributes list for each entity. For the first entity, Tina lists the information related to the customer, that is their name, address, phone number, etc. and a uniquely generated customer ID is tagged as the primary key for the table. As stated earlier, primary key is a unique value for each row and this will be used to identify the customer. For the second entity, list of food items available for home delivery, she includes a unique ID, that is food ID, its description and an image for the same. The primary key is the food ID for this table. The third entity is the order details. It stores the order ID and the order item number. If there are multiple items ordered, this will be an incremental number. Combination of both order ID and order item number form the primary key for this table. Then it has the customer ID of the customer who has ordered, food item details, quantity ordered, amount, and lastly a delivery tracking number for tracking the delivery of this order. In this table, you can also see 3 foreign keys which provide linkage to other tables. Customer ID is a link to customer information table, food ID is a link to food catalog table, and delivery tracking number is a link to delivery details table. Lastly, delivery details table which contains the information related to delivery like who is doing delivery, delivery time and the status which would be updated once delivery is completed. Now we have defined the attributes, let's move on to the last component. Component number 3, relationships. What is shown in this slide is the relationship between the entities defined by Tina earlier. We know from our previous slide that the order detail entity has relationship with all the 3 entities. Now Tina has to document the type of relationship between each of them, which is component number 3. I will only touch upon 2 types of relationship which is most commonly used in the ER diagrams. Relationship type number 1, one-to-many. Let us look at the relationship between customer and order details. One customer can have many orders. Hence, the relationship is denoted by one-to-many symbol as shown in the diagram. Similarly, relationship between order details and food catalog is also one-to-many. That is, one order can consist of many food items. Now let's look at the second relationship type number 2, one-to-one. Between order details and delivery details, there can be a single delivery for a single order. That is, the delivery person would deliver the whole order and the relationship between these 2 entities is one-to-one only. This means that one order can have only one delivery tracking number. It is denoted by one-to-one symbol as shown in the ER diagram. Through the relationship of the entities presented, we can now visualize how these entities relate to each other. Now you can see how the ER diagram can visually show the DBA or developers how the data has to be stored and the relationships between each other. Finally, to summarize, ER diagram is composed of 3 components: entity, attribute and relationship arranged in a graphical manner in a diagram to easily understand the data. Now that you know everything about ER diagrams, it is time for you to organize your data and make your own ER diagrams. Remember to enjoy the process too. You can use tools like Diagram.io, Lucidchart, Glyphy, MS Visio and so on for drawing the ER diagrams. Let us know your preferred tool in the comment box below. Don't forget to click on like, share and subscribe button if you like this video. See you in the next video.